Warning at front, this is going to be a thoughtful episode. Work-life balance. As if work was not a part, even an enormous part of our lives, right? So I don't get this kind of competition between the time you spend in your job versus your spare time. And of course, it's not only about the amount of time. And yes, I fully agree, balance is very important. Just if you don't feel work being part of your life, you will never ever be happy. And you won't be successful. This one's about how I keep balance so I can perform at max without exhausting. Chibbity bam! Welcome to the Business MC channel, sharing the experiences of my 6-year journey from mediocrity to millionaire. And my offer, infos and shortcuts for business rookies and average people like this guy, plus insights in my everyday creative life that hopefully might inspire you. And to all of you who are still watching this video, thank you so much. And to the 50% of you that haven't subscribed yet, bam the subscribe button and feel free to leave a comment. It's basically the same with everything, only what is in balance works in the long term. What does it mean for life? What a philosophical question. We got this slackline for the kids a couple of years ago, and one day I wondered how long I would have to practice till I can walk from one end to the other. It's impossible for me to stand completely steady. I have to constantly balance out a bit. There are 2 ways of keeping the balance easily. Let me show you. First one is obvious. You gotta have equal weights on both sides at the same time. Let's give it a try. So, that's a bit tricky, which in case of our work life, but man, I hate that term so much, let's just call it life balance. So, which in case of life balance means to have as much time available for work as for non-working things at the same time. This is not gonna work, because when you put away one thing, it's unbalancing and bouncing, not working. And what about the time you spend on the way to work? Is that still private time? Seems like, because you're not getting paid for that, but you can't really use it. And what about sleep? Does that count as private time? Now, let's face the other possibility of keeping the scale in balance. What if we look at work as an integrated part of our lives, like everything else we do? I'm gonna show you in a minute. First, thinking back to when I was a teenager. I had no idea what I should do for a living and no clue about what it means to work from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday for 40 or 50 years. A tricky one for kids when they have to make that decision so early. And let me confirm you, everything you decide can be changed. And it's better to regret something you did than something you didn't do. True story. I knew a young woman called Nicole. She used to work in our team, and one day she got the opportunity to work somewhere else. I don't know what it was exactly, but it must have sounded pretty interesting. So she left us to do that, and after a couple of months, when she figured out it was not the right thing, she came back. Was I upset that she left and then wanted to come back? Of course, I was not happy when she quit, but I knew she had to make that experience, and I was pretty convinced that she would come back sooner or later. And because she's so passionate about her profession, she is really, really good at it. So we welcomed her back with arms wide open. Why am I telling you that? You have to be aware that you will make wrong choices on your way. And that's important to experience what is right specifically for you Don't be afraid of trying things out, because that's the way to a balanced life. The only thing I'm afraid of is surrendering to a life I'm not satisfied with and without any balance at all. But many people do so with the most common justifications like, "That's what it is now. I don't see a way to change it." Or, "It's late. It's too late to change anyway." Don't do that. Never ever do that. So, my advice to a good and real life balance goes like that. Let's look at work and everything else as belonging together. 'Cause look at that. When everything belongs together, it's much easier. Don't work for the money. Work with passion for the cause, and your life will be much more in balance. I've already mentioned that in another context. Click here if you're interested. Coming to the New Year's Resolutions Challenge. Last week I was running twice, but only did weight training once. Constantly working on my fitness is getting trickier because I'm running out of time. And part of that problem is the time needed to make a video every week. So I need to become way more efficient. More about that in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bam the subscribe button if you haven't already, and support me on the road to 1,000,000 subs, or at least have fun watching me fail. Stay open-minded. Tschüss und Papa. One more thing. I'd really love to get more comments, so please write me something.